Hello and welcome to my review of the Space Marines Primaris Ancient for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. Now this model will cost you £23.50 and consists of 22 plastic components and that 40mm base. The format of this review, as always, I will take a closer look at the miniature, we'll go through the spare parts, I'll have a look at some size comparisons, and then I'll go through all of the rules right at the end. So first things first, there is only one Primaris Ancient miniature on the Games Workshop store, so if you've been absolutely frothing at the mouth to pick up this elite choice or your Primaris version of a standard bearer, then now is your chance. Although he is in a blister pack along with the Captain in Gravis armour, you're thinking, oh, maybe it'll be £18 or so. No, he's £23.50. He's almost £25. We're talking Forge World prices at this point compared to like the Praetors, which I think is quite a lot for single plastic Space Marines. Anyway, let's have a look at the miniature up close. I did build this in one of the live streams. I live stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Sometimes it's not Warhammer related, but most of the time it is. Despite its price though, he does have two different banners. This one looked much more different than the Dark Imperium Ancient, which is more reminiscent to this one with the three shields, I'd want to call them, and doesn't have the type of flare with the purity seals or scrolls coming off of it, and has an Aquila kind of symbol instead of this Iron Halo skull. We'll have a look at those spare parts in a moment, but I've chosen the helmeted version. You've actually got a helmetless option too, with a mag clamped helmet if you want to go down that route, and you can. And if you pick the other banner, you're going to have to hold it with both arms. You can't have the sword with the other banner. It's not just a case of swapping the banner out. So bear that in mind. I think this works quite well with his pose and the way the scrolls are flowing in the wind. The sword isn't anything special. It's just quite a short gladius type sword, and very small compared to the captain's power sword. Now around the side, this is where it gets interesting. He's got his tactical rock as usual, but the bolt rifle, you can attach the bolt rifle whichever banner you pick. At first I thought I'm going to have the bolt rifle if I don't use the power sword, but no, you can have the bolt rifle and the power sword on the model like I've done. He's got his bolt pistol in the holster as well. Pretty nice model, nice little bearer. Maybe I would have preferred him with his hand on the sword hilt in a sheath, but oh well, he's withdrawn his sword, and I don't know, he's pointing or something. I don't know what he's doing, but there we go. That is the Ancient. Let's just show you those spare parts. So this was the other banner that I talked about, and both of the banners have the hand of the Primaris sort of sculpted on. This is the pole that you'll need to use for that banner. Nothing stopping you really from, if you can find arms that fit and things, especially an arm that fits this hand, you could probably potentially make another one out of an intercessor, but you'd need to find that arm that fits with that socket. Here are this is the mag clamped helmet. Just it's the same as the helmeted version, and then this is the helmetless version. Quite a pious looking Ancient, deep in thought. And then you've got the Aquila skull. You've got a winged skull, not an Aquila, that can go on either of the banners. You've got a choice. You can mix and match with these toppers. So they're the spare parts, exactly the same number as with the Captain 5. I actually need to just amend the Captain's review because I found a 6th piece, and this is the alternate kind of emblem that goes on to this chest plate here. So just, yeah, you can have those two. I thought I'd wedge that into this review while we're talking about the Ancient. So, size comparisons then. Well, I do have the Ancient from the Conquest magazine at hand. I don't know where the Dark Imperium one is. I think I've actually sprayed it and almost painted it, but this is probably the differences you'd like me to show you between them. The banners are kind of the same height. The Primaris are both the same height. This one's got his bolt rifle there, but no power sword, or even pistol, or even holstered pistol. The banner is different. This one's flown in the wind. It's got the scrolls on. It's got the Aquila symbol as well. It hasn't got as many like flasks and ornaments and things as the new one, but yeah, I thought I'd show you the differences between the two. You know, if you already have the Dark Imperium one. Other size comparisons, of course, I want to show you him next to the new Captain, which is right here. Captain is a bit taller because he's in that chunky Gravis armour, but they both have their tactical rocks. And then finally, a comparison with the usual three miniatures, which we have the Intercessor, which is a similar height to the other Ancient, so they're the same height, and then a normal Space Marine, which is a fair bit shorter. I haven't got a normal Space Marine standard bearer anywhere close at hand, I'm afraid, so I can't show you like old and new. Then there's Slime Marbo. Slime Marbo, you could probably fit 1.5 Slime Marbos, same as the banners. So these banners are absolutely huge. Now you've come to the end of my review, where I will go through all of the rules for this Primaris Ancient. The main difference between the rules on the community website and in the book is just this addition with a new melee weapon, the power sword. And before you couldn't give him a power sword, but now you can. So his power points cost is a 4, and his points cost is 80, with the power sword costing an extra 5 points. That's 85 points. His original base cost was 80 as well in the book too, so there's no change there. His movement speed is 6 inches, weapon skill is 3+, ballistic skill 3+, strength and toughness are both 4, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 3+. No change there. Primaris Ancient is equipped with a bolt pistol, bolt rifle, frag grenades, and crack grenades. So all of the weapons work as they normally do. You know, the bolt rifle is a 30-inch rapid fire 1, strength 4, AP -1, and a damage of 1. A power sword is a melee weapon, strength +4, AP -3, and a damage of 1. Frag grenades and crack grenades and bolt pistols all work as usual. The war gear options, this model's bolt rifle can be replaced with 1 power sword. So obviously I've equipped mine with both. For game terms, if I was going to play a game, I would, you know, clearly state which one I've gone for, whether I've gone for the power sword or the bolt rifle. He does have the banner, which its aura is 6 inches, and that's the main reason why you're going to be picking him up. So it really depends on what unit you're going to put him near to buff, and that may impact whether you go for that bolt rifle or the power sword. So abilities, he's got Angels of Death, he's got Wolfguard. If the unit is from Space Wolves chapter or successor chapters, it has the Wolfguard keyword. The Astartes banner, this is the main reason why you pay the 80 points, not for the power sword or the save or anything like that. While a friendly chapter core unit is within 6 inches of this model, add 1 to the leadership characteristic of models in that unit. So you're already getting your leadership, possibly 8, possibly 9. In addition, each time a model in such a unit is destroyed by an attack made by an enemy model, roll 1d6. On a 4+, do not remove the destroyed model from play. It can, after the attacking model unit has finished making its attacks, either shoot with one of its ranged weapons as if it were your shooting phase, or make 1 attack with one of its melee weapons as if it were a fight phase. After resolving these attacks, the destroyed model is then removed. So the banner kind of like encourages an extra kind of push for another shot or another swipe with a sword as soon as the model is kind of, I say, mortally wounded and they're about to die. This banner just gives them that to try and take one of the enemy down with it. Keywords: Imperium, Adeptus Astartes, Infantry, Character, Primaris, Ancient. So there you go, that's the new Primaris Ancient for Space Marines. I think it's a cool model. I think it is an improvement over the previous one. However, if you do have the previous one, I'm sure you could, and you haven't built it, I'm sure you could find a way of just, you know, putting a power sword into its hand and using these new rules for it, if you wanted more of a close combat, you know, Primaris Ancient. Please do put your thoughts and opinions of this unit down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.